Hello and happy World Postcard Day. I mostly know of it because I'm a postcrosser. I've been doing it for 14 years now. Yeah, and so today I'm going to work on some postcards. I requested 3 addresses. I usually don't go hardcore on World Postcard Day, but I do like designing something in the back of the cards. Today I thought I would use my sticker sheet from my own brand Penpal Corner because it's called, well, October sticker sheet, which is very fitting for today. And here are some of my favorite washi tapes that I thought were also quite fitting for the season. Yeah, I have this one, which is just this favorite shade of green of mine. Then I have this one with hedgehogs and pumpkins and mushrooms, and then these oak leaves, and of course some gingham. What I like doing is collecting little scraps of paper, some little cutouts from packaging, and then using them in little collages in the back of the postcards that I send. That's the plan. Let me get a glue stick though, without knocking over the camera preferably. Here it is, a very important tool in collaging. So the first card, this one, I got it in Tallinn and it was featured in my Tallinn haul video, and it's going to Florida. I thought that some seasonal design would be quite fitting. Let's see what I have here. I think I will use this little thing, then maybe this to balance it like here. I also like using little rectangles to mimic stamps, but I need to remember that stamp will go here. I don't have stamps on hand right now, so I always need to be mindful of leaving enough space for the stamp to go so it doesn't cover the design fully. Also, this card doesn't have any lines, like address lines. Like for example, this card from my shop, it has address lines, then it also reminds you where the stamp will go. Here is my little logo, so it has everything structured like this, just like this card that I bought in Tampere. Let's see what else I can find in my little of little cutouts. This cute Hello Kitty thing. These stickers are cute. I think I'll put this on my Tampere card. Little Moomin illustration that I cut out from an envelope that I received from one of my pen pals. This is a cute design. However, both of these are more spring inspired because they feature blooming sakura. So I think I'll set them aside. I like them a lot, but they are not the most fitting for the season. This is nice. This tiny orange flower. This tiny yellow flower. I also have tiny mushroom cutouts from the faux decor that I bought, and this orange ball. I don't know what I'll use it for, but we'll see. It's good to have a bit extra. Then I have this metallic gold thingy, and then I have these faux stamps that I designed myself. They are available as a sticker sheet in my shop also. I'm purposefully not going to use these stickers because I really want to use my October sticker sheet ones. Alright, so I think this is it. This is definitely enough material to get started. Thank you very much. Let's say I like starting with washi tape because when you place washi tape, you kind of frame the space that you are going to work in. I was thinking of putting this one somewhere like here because hedgehogs live on the ground, so that's where they belong. Obviously, nothing needs to be this literate, but I just would like to start with this. There we have it. Now I did trim this hedgehog's little face, so I would like to cover that somehow. I think we'll put one of these stickers, maybe an umbrella, and then like this or like this. I need to remember that this is also like an address area, so I need to have enough space for that. So I think I will put an umbrella like this. Very cute. And I think then it can match this little design. If you have not done postcrossing before, you always need to put the code of your postcard somewhere so that the receiver can register the card. So that's how the service basically knows that you fulfilled your obligation of sending a postcard. I'll use this as a little space to do that, and since the code is quite long, I'll do it horizontally. Now gluing is not my forte. I definitely over apply glue. It gets everywhere. I don't know why I have this problem. Usually I'm quite neat with everything I create, but with glue I'm the messiest person. Luckily this glue dries clear, even though there is like a bit of purple there now. It will dry clear. Thanks for this formula, I guess. And now let's work a bit on this portion. And I like putting a shorter piece of tape at the top of the postcard usually. Then I trim everything so it looks neat, like this. And our stamp will go here. So this is the area I should not touch basically, but I can always contrast it with like some image somewhere here, for example. This is, however, a smaller card, as you can see, because this card is A6, so like a classic size, and this one is smaller. So I also need to be mindful of that. So maybe like a small cute flower like this would be lovely. It's a bit of a plasticky material because I cut it out from a candy packaging, but I hope the glue will still hold it in its place. I thought maybe another flower somewhere here to kind of frame the tape, and yellow also contrasts with red quite well. So something like this. And then I would probably write my name somewhere here. So how about I put a little sticker there, kinda as my signature, and it matches the red here. I think this is it for this tiny card. Here's the front, here's the back. I think it turned out cute. And now we move on to this postcard design. I really like it. I think it matches the season very well. And it has this pumpkin, this raven, and it's inspired by Edgar Allan Poe's poem, The Raven. Overall, here we have a bit more space, and this postcard will go to Germany. This person mentioned that they basically like artsy things, so I think they will especially appreciate the little collage I'm about to make. Here I think I will also use this tape because the colors are matching, but I will also use this oak one, and I'll start with this one. And as you can see, I like leaving a little gap at the top specifically. It's also a space where you can, if you want, write a date or give some weather details. You can make it a bit bigger if your handwriting is big. My handwriting is so big that in school I would be rarely called to write something on the board because nothing would fit. Nothing would fit. I would run out of the space very fast. I have pretty bad spatial awareness overall, so I think it affects it. I really want to use this sticker, and I think this time I will put it somewhere at the bottom. I also have this tiny oak leaf and this bigger oak leaf that I could use. Maybe I'll do something like this to match the oak leaf pattern over here. Now I can put my hedgehogs at the bottom. And I like doing quite clean cuts whenever I cut my washi tape, because it then allows me not to trim it. I can just straight up glue it to the surface and only trim the other side. And here the little hedgehog face fit, which is nice and doesn't look as macabre. I really like these tiny mushrooms. Maybe I could put one here-ish. You probably can't see that well, so let me put it on my hand. So it's a mushroom that's hanging on the string, just like the decorations that I bought. And I picked an orange mushroom because it matches with the oak leaf sticker over there. I also need something here. I don't want to cover the logo, but I want something here to kind of nicely end the tape. It could be also that pumpkin that I keep touching. Maybe I should just go ahead and use it. So like this. Sometimes it's important to know where to stop, so I think that's one of those times. However, I would still like to put a little something here to kind of, you know, frame it and put it all together. And then, since we are on our framing journey, I'll put another oak leaf, but this time here. And maybe I'll flip it so it's like it's falling down, so to say. And this is the end product. So in the front, it's this design, and then in the back, it's like this. And finally, our third card. This card will go to Australia. Quite a long journey from Finland, and this person loves traveling, and they specifically would like something featuring a view from, well, the region that you live in. I got this card, I believe, last year during our road trip to Tampere, and since they are especially interested in like local things, I thought of putting this moving artwork on this card as well. First, I will start as I like with the washi tape. I don't want to cover this text here, which explains what the person is looking at, which is an observation tower in Tampere. I've been there, and it has like a little cafe on the ground floor, and then you can go all the way up and have a very nice view of the city. This is a very nice washi tape. I like it because you can see that there are little transparent details in this washi. Here the address space is quite low, so we can work a bit here instead of going to the bottom of the postcard as much, because I don't want to cover the lines. So let's see what nice things we have that we can put somewhere here. We have this little photo of some flowers that I cut out from a magazine. I should also not forget about my little moving situation. So I thought I would put it like here. I think this clashes a bit with the moving style of drawing, so I think I'll use one of the stickers there instead. I really like this maple leaf, so maybe I could play with it a bit and put it like here. As you can see, I take the whole process very seriously for no reason other than that I like doing this. Okay, let's do an umbrella, and I thought I'd put it to the side like this. So even if I put a stamp here, yes, it covers the umbrella a little bit, but not fully. And yes, here I'll put my movements. So like this. And then I also like putting something in the corner, and I think a little mushroom would do the trick. I want to use this little brown one like here. Yeah, and then there is enough space for me to write my message as well. So I think we are done. I will show you now the front of the postcard again. So it's this painting of the Tampere observation tower, and in the back it's like this. Let me move them to the center so you can see better. Here they are, and here is the front like this, and this one. So yes, these are the cards that I'm sending today on the World Postcard Day, and it will give me a badge on the postcrossing website. I have received the badge 3 years in a row. That would be my 4th one. It's a little tradition that helps me to kickstart October. Yeah, I think there's something soothing, very cozy about the whole process and snail mail in general, so I hope I piqued your interest in some way at least. If you liked the stickers that I used or this postcard, I have them available in my shop, and the link is always in the description, so do take a look. And I'll see you very soon, probably next week, and we'll do something cozy together. Take care!